Hey guys, Moose here. Welcome back to another episode of Stonehearth and our as Children playthrough. We actually have a few different things we could talk about today, which is February 14th, Tuesday this year, but that doesn't matter for the past. There's a few interesting games. WarioWare Touched came out in 2005. Actually, not that many older games that came out. Everything is like 12 years is the oldest. You got two, and then two actually same day. 2006 that I would like to talk about. The first one, which is a little bit easier to talk about because it's so bizarre, and I didn't play it, but you'll see. You'll understand when I start talking about it. It's Age of Empire, The Age of Kings, and you might think, there's no way that came out in 2006. That was older than that, right? And you're right, it was. But what wasn't older than that is the Nintendo DS version. Which, when I saw that in the list, I was just, what the fuck is this? This was, Age of Kings was the expansion for Age of Empires 2, wasn't it? So why is there a Nintendo DS version of Age of Kings? Apparently that's because there is a freaking turn-based strategy game, I'm assuming kind of along the lines of something like Advance Wars or something? Like one of those Nintendo handheld games that was an Age of Empires title, which is absolutely bizarre to me, and it makes no freaking sense. I'm frankly somewhat shocked by it, but who knows, you know, apparently that's a real thing. And it kinda, to me, it reminds me, ooh, we're real close, like 700 off. 680, or 620 actually, but, kinda reminds me of a lot of those older games that just really didn't make any sense to me, like Doom on the N64. Just sort of like, why would anyone want to play this on a console? Not to go down that road again, but, you know, these things that don't make any sense to me. Where, for some reason, there's a console version of a beloved PC title, and I just don't understand why anyone would want to play it like that. It just doesn't make any sense to me. To each their own and all that, but at the same time, come on, who's playing Doom on an N64? Just doesn't make any sense. So we're going to be trying to get some homes built up here. I have some plans about how I want it to look, but I don't know how well it's going to work out. Yeah, we might need to dig out some area here. Yeah, it's not going to fit. It's real close, though. I need like 3, so I need to get rid of this. I think that's workable. So if I do that, that should do it. Okay, so we'll do some digging and hopefully get that built up and get some more homes built up here, which will be nice to have. Hopefully eventually put some turrets there to get people to feel safe, because that's going to be an easy place to get jumped, but we'll see how it goes. Dig these out. Castle should be getting finished soon, possibly even this episode. Hard to say. Get another quarry going, that'll help out with money. Or not money, it'll help out with stone and things. Okay, get that dug out. And I think I'll leave it at that for now, because we want to kind of go piece by piece here. There you go. And come on. No, I want it. That was very strange. Okay, I don't know what's going on anymore with this. It's very weird. I think we got it, though. Piece by piece, they'll dig it out. Okay, there we are. So yeah, Age of Empires on the DS. Bizarre as hell, makes no sense to me. But it was a thing. It was actually a thing. And like when I googled it to see what the hell was going on, there was actually like people expressing interest in downloading it, which is very strange to me. It's just not a handheld game by any stretch. I mean, it's not a console game, but a handheld even then. I mean, I understand they turned it into a turn-based game somehow, but it's just so bizarre. I thought that was a a Microsoft title, but apparently some other group developed it, picked up the license or something. I don't even... Very, very weird. Makes very little sense to me. But the other game that came out on the same day in 2006 was Drakengard 2, which actually is a part of, I think, a larger genre of games that I've had very little exposure to, but recently have seen in the form of Hyrule Warriors on the Wii U, which is a good game that is made terrible by the fact that the Wii U is a piece of shit and basically can't run anything. And like, I'd love Hyrule Warriors if I could play it without lag with my girlfriend, but I can't because the Wii U is a piece of garbage. So it's regrettable. And I think I've talked about this before, but if your console can't run games at a stable FPS all the time, then you have immediately eliminated pretty much the only reason to buy a console in the first place. Or, sorry, the only reason to develop on a console in the first place, which is that you should be... that's not what happened there. Which is that you have consistent hardware, so you have no excuse to have anything ever run at anything less than whatever your max FPS is. Okay, we're going to start building these. Since we've set up... Yep, there we go. All three should be building now. Very good. And that will be able to extend out this way quite nicely. And we can build across to the other side, which we'll figure out in a little bit once this is done. But this is how we want to start. And we're just going to have a shit ton of houses up here, probably. Nice, dense residential district. Not too dense, though, because ultimately we're still talking about just 2 beds per house. Some nice duplexes, which is actually kind of interesting because I've been looking at places to rent recently, and it's not pretty, let me tell you that. One of the best places that we looked at had a rat, so, you know, that should say a lot. Unfortunately, room is going to be tough. Like, I'm kind of in a position, I'm not going to get too far into this, but basically I'm thinking like, alright, well I could pay a lot of money and not be able to save too much, and then I would be able... We need stone, I think, again. Even though we already have stone. Whatever reason, we still need more. I could pay a lot of money and be in a position where I could do things like have the space to set up a green screen and things like that, and have a little bit, you know, sound foam and stuff, like kind of improvements to help record, basically. This is regrettable. That guy's gonna get fucked. Alright. Where's our military? Are you guys doing anything? You don't appear to be doing anything. Oh shit. Okay. That's bad. You know, if I tell you guys to go back, I sound the alarm, you need to go back. Like, you can't just stand there like an idiot. Everything's all fucked up over here. That's unfortunate. But yeah, basically I could either spend a lot of money and have a bit more space and allow myself to have like a dedicated room for recording where I have sound foam and a green screen and all of these different nice little things that allow me to kind of broaden the way I do things a bit. But then I would also not have a washer and dryer easily available. It'd be coin operated somewhere else that I have to share, which I really don't want. And then I also probably wouldn't have a dishwasher, and on top of that I'd be paying out the ass. So there's like 20 different things that probably just suck. And then the other side of that is I could go for like, right now with what I looked at, oddly the only place that has a washer and dryer dedicated to just me personally, and then a dishwasher as well, is tiny. Like not even 500 square feet. Which isn't that bad for one person, but like it basically guarantees I'd have to get a storage closet, and it's, or not storage closet, but like a unit somewhere to store extra crap like kitchen table, things like that, that just, they're not going to fit. And I probably wouldn't be able to really do anything with my TV or anything like that, and it's just, I don't know, like I don't know how I feel about it. Either way, it's going to cost a shitload of money. That's what happens when you decide not to live with roommates, but That's okay. I'll try and find ways to make more money, which is ultimately why I got into this in the first place, was having a hobby that possibly have some positive impacts on my life personally, but also just be, you know, potentially financially beneficial, which is pretty damn important when you live in California. Unfortunately, everything costs a shitload of money, so no getting around it. That's life. This really bothers me. There's got to be a reason why we have 600 stone and yet don't have enough to build anything. I think this should be done momentarily, so we'll figure out, once we start getting that stone in, we'll figure out what we can do. Are you unable to get down now? I think you actually are unable to get down, but I can't do anything about that because the scaffolding is fucked. You're gonna die, I think, aren't you? Master Mason, that's unfortunate. Famished, yeah. I don't think I can actually help you, because there's scaffolding all around. Like, the other villagers kind of have to get working on this. Otherwise you're fucked. So did I screw up with the... I mean, did I just... Is it fucked? Like, there's nothing I can do here? What if I do this? Someone gonna build that? That's probably not the right place for it, but I think it might work, because you can build inside of things for whatever reason. We'll give it a shot. Someone will probably get to it eventually. Right now they're just working over here though, which is very strange. It's not really what I want them working on to start out with here. Someone will work on that eventually. Including her! Hey, there you go. Could you, like, go down then? Okay. I don't understand. This makes no sense, but it's working, so whatever. Maybe that's why they weren't working on the castle anymore. They couldn't get up. Alright, well, hopefully that's resolved now. But yeah, the other game that came out today was, like I said, Drakengard 2, which... It was kind of like a... You're like an actual powerful hero or whatever, and you fight against giant mobs of enemies. Kind of a Dynasty Warriors style game, as I understand it. Though I've never played Dynasty Warriors, so I don't know if that's actually correct, but that's how it's been represented to me. The only game in that genre that I've played is, like I said, Hyrule Warriors, and I've seen Drakengard, so it appears to be the same kind of game. Quite a bit better than Hyrule Warriors, I'll tell you that much. Use that right away. Maybe I should pick up Drakengard. I don't know if there's a new one on the PS4. If it's a series that's continued, I will probably pick it up. Ooh, error. Because it seemed like a pretty good game, and I'm not really that into Dynasty Warriors. Might check that out too, but I gotta see if the PC ports of that are total shit or they're actually good. Not really sure either way, but Drakengard would be worth pursuing. It's another thing I gotta look up. Oh, speaking of... I would like to look it up on the PlayStation, but my PS4 controller's not syncing with my console, so I gotta figure that out. It's probably an easy fix, but I just haven't had time to get it resolved yet. Okay, this is obnoxious. You guys are fucking stupid. Kill this dick, please. There you go. Really need the archers before we can actually kill anyone. If the archers aren't attacking a target, then there's no point, because the archers slow them down. So this is fine. It's irritating, but it's fine. Okay, good. I was worried I called everyone back there for a second, but it looks like we're fine. Good, this is still in the right place. What is this guy's issue? Why are you just standing there? Go get healed up or whatever. Guy's being all emo for no reason. Where are you guys get? You need to kill this encampment. Come on. Kick their ass. Trader. Seeds. Bright Bell? No, don't need those. That's healing herbs. We have plenty of those. Okay, the farm appears to be doing better. Some stuff's rotting, but... Do we need another frickin' farmer? I think we go for another one. I think we get like the lowest statted person we have. It might be Kendali. I think it's this guy. It's probably this guy. I mean, he's got 6 mines, so he's a better crafter, but we don't really need any other crafters, so I always do that. Let's get another farmer. Hopefully it'll help get all this shit done in a more timely fashion. We haven't looked at our crafters in a while, actually. They probably have nothing to do. Should definitely start concerning ourselves with that. Is there anything we really need to focus on here? I don't believe so. Could make a whole bunch of this. This would be nice. Like 50 there. And then got plenty of wheat, so you can make another 50 there. And yes, you should get working. That's 35. That is 11? No, that's 21. Yeah, okay. I had the right idea, I just had the wrong number. No new person, that's fine. Iron, that's going to be 16. Steel, I'm not going to mess with. 24? No, 12. No, 14? 14's a weird number for that. That's 9, obviously. Took me longer than I'd care to admit, though. This is moving along rather slowly, but that is kind of what we want. We want to be focused on the other stuff, mainly. Castle is just about done. So are we out? Are we done digging? Oh, we are. Holy crap. Well, get going then. So there's got to be, like, inaccessible stone then, right? Like, they're not, for whatever reason, they can't take it out of the chests. There's no way we'd have as much as we do without that being the case. Oh, that's okay. Oh, what was that? Okay, well, it's gone as soon as it popped up, so who knows. I'd like to take this camp out, though. Go deal with them. But yeah, I'd like to get into the... Ooh. There's a wolf. Blaze the Maniac, or the Manic. Okay, that's a wolf named Blaze. Very odd. I think he's gonna go poof. Yeah, he went poof. Okay. He's manic, so he didn't attack. I don't know. That's a very... That is not what manic is. I'm happy he went away, though. That's good. Yeah, I'd love to get into the Drakengard series if it's still going. I'm just not sure if it is. I imagine if Drakengard 2 came out in 2006 and I haven't really heard anything else about it since, it's probably not really a current game, but it's one of those ones that if I picked up PSN or whatever, I might get it for free. I'm gonna have to do that. I really want to play Journey, for example. There's a few other games as well, but I kind of... Karen was telling me there's a sale usually around Christmas, and I missed out on that, so I kind of feel like I don't want to do it. Really? What are you doing sleeping out here, buddy? So I you know, you miss out on a sale, and then you're like, well, but I could have gotten it on sale, so now I don't want to get it. It's one of those situations, unfortunately. You ate my jerky, dude. What the hell's your problem? Fucking raccoon. It's one of the side effects of having a ton of trappers, is you get a ton of pets randomly that don't seem to do anything. You could slaughter them, but it seems kind of callous to slaughter pets when really an individual is not going to make any... Ooh, what happened? Not going to make any difference in your food situation whatsoever. Get rid of that ladder as well, and it looks like we're done with the castle, so that's fantastic. Meanwhile, our housing projects up here are moving along nicely as well. We are doing fairly well, shockingly. What happened there? Oh, it's inside of a mountain. Very strange. Yeah, let me know if you know of any games like Drakengard that are out there these days. I know Hyrule Warriors and Dynasty Warriors are the two, and Hyrule Warriors is from the Dynasty Warriors people, I think, if I'm not mistaken. I know that's kind of what's going on these days, but if there's anything else, please let me know in the comments. I know these are usually Japanese games. There aren't really that many Western brawlers like that, as far as I know. But, unless I'm stupid and Dynasty Warriors is a Western title. I don't think it is, though. I'm pretty sure it's a Japanese company that makes that. But yeah, let me know, either way. Because I'm sure there's a few that I'm missing. I can think of a few, but I generally There's a few like superhero ones that are maybe like that, but I'm really not into those. They just don't feel good for whatever reason. I like the ones where you're swinging around a giant sword. Basically, I want to play Berserk. Like, that's what it boils down to. That probably gives you a reasonably good idea of what I'm looking for here. But yeah, let me know if you know of any. It'll be cool to check them out. So anyway, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed today's episode, and I hope you'll join us on the next one as well. Take care.